welcome to Fangirl Diaries. This is your fangirl host with the most, Danny. And let's get into today's entry. Oh my god, they're doing a Bridgerton Caseify collab, and I need it.
Oh.
I didn't even watch the season of Bridgerton. Did you?
I've never seen not even a single episode. I'm scared of it.
Why? Because there's sex?
Perhaps.
Wow, you're still scared of sex? I thought we got over that pillar. Oh, we gotta work on that. I don't know how, but we will.
You saw the
Is this in
the guy from Bridgerton, right? I don't know his name because it's like French. But the guy who does he was also in Dungeons and Dragons. That guy,
Reggie?
He's doing that new rom.
French? Reggie.
I don't know.
Regiment? I don't know. I think it's Reggie. It's not Reggie.
It's not Reggie.
Oh, I think it's I see it as Reggie.
It just looks French to me. It's too many syllables. But yeah, he's in that rom-com with one of the twins. I think it's Chloe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he looks really good in it.
Okay. I didn't know what you want me to say about that because I saw the trailer. I don't. I'll see
I'm excited to watch it. I'll be at the theaters for that.
Even if there's sex in it?
Oh, I don't know.
What if there's sex in it?
Just say it.
Are you gonna cry if there's sex in it or something?
That's crazy.
The fact that we're starting this like this is crazy. I'm having a lot of emotions right now, and I don't appreciate it. All right. What is up, my guys? Go ahead, Leah, say something.
Hi, everyone.
Wow. That was boring. Try again. Hello. I don't want to be your friend anymore. Anyway, hey guys, it's your girls. We're following up with our Grammy reaction. The Grammys were last Sunday?
Yeah.
And this Sunday's the Super Bowl. Woo! Oh, by the time you hear this, the Super Bowl will have passed. Who won? I don't fucking know. No, stop.
The Seahawks or the Patriots? Just pick one.
Do I have to?
You should at this point.
And what did you pick, Miss I Gamble on everything? She gambled during the Grammys, everybody.
I don't know. I'm going to say the Seahawks.
Who's the other one?
The Patriots. The Patriots sounds like a scary name.
Let's see. Who's going to win Super Bowl? Let's see what the internet says. They say that the Seahawks are heavily favored to win.
That's what I said. Yeah.
So I guess I'll go against them too.
So you're going to go against...
No. I'm going to go against the Patriots.
Oh.
I'm not putting money on this.
Me either. Well, not yet. I don't know.
Imagine if the Patriots win. I don't care. I'm just watching Bad Bunny. I actually listened to that song. It's actually really good. So if you couldn't tell, we're reacting to the Grammys because Latinos, we get shit done, baby. All right? We won how many awards that night? Exactly. So we obviously, our third episode was a Grammy nomination reaction. So we're kind of going to go through the nominations that we did because we didn't do all of them. We're going to do one extra one that we didn't do because of who won. And we're just going to give our thoughts on the night, some of the performances that we watched, some of the reactions on who won and who lost, and who we think might get nominated next year. Who do you think, Lilia?
I don't know.
There's one group.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
BTS.
Ugh. We'll try that again later. So, which category should we talk about first?
You pick. I don't know.
All right, let's just start off with the two, quick ones. Let's do Best Compilation for Soundtrack for Visual Media. The nominees were Sinners, A Complete Unknown, F1 the Album, K-Pop Demon Hunters, and Wicked. And the winner was...
Sinners!
Yay! I will say, as happy as I am that I think Sinners won 2 awards that night. It won this one, and then the other movie award it won was, we don't have it here, is the score, which is great because the music in that movie is beautiful. As sad as I am that they didn't win the visual, well, we'll get to that later. This couldn't have been a better choice. I think my second choice would have been Wicked. I mean, not Wicked, K-Pop Demon Hunters, because this is the award that was songs that are picked or something like that by producer, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. I can't remember. It was a really weird award to have Wicked in, considering they just added 2 new songs. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I do agree.
I don't understand this award.
I mean, it makes sense. It's a decent award.
But like, if this is supposed to be like compilation of songs, right? The Bob Dylan one makes sense because you have to pick which songs of his to use in the film. F1 makes sense. Isn't that what it said it was? A compilation. It goes to those who like.
Yeah.
Okay, but then Wicked doesn't make sense.
No, because it's a musical.
Yeah, like there was another music. You could have done Tron. I hated Tron, but you could have done Tron. K-pop Demon Hunters makes sense because like there are songs on there that aren't directly in the film. Anyway. Should we move on to the next one?
Yeah.
Best song written for visual media. And the nominees were Golden, K-pop Demon Hunters, As Alive as You Need to Be, Tron Aries, I Lied to You, Sinners, Never Too Late, Elton John, Never Too Late, Pale Pale Moon, Sinners. And the winner was Golden, K-pop Demon Hunters. Woo! So this one did go to EJ. She did
and
win
Teddy.
This one. And you can give me a second?
Sorry, I got excited.
Why?
Because I didn't believe it nor understood it. I forgot we talked about that in the first episode. That he was one of the...
Oh, yeah.
So when everyone was writing that, I thought it was people just, like, trolling.
And then you were like, oh, wait, shit, he did.
Yeah.
Because that's why YG, like, reposted it, even though they had nothing to do about it. By the way, I did see on Twitter with the blinks going crazy. I'm going to say this once. Just because Teddy has done K-pop songs doesn't make him the first K-pop male act, in the same way that EJ is not the first K-pop female act to win this award. So as much as it's cute that you're using that to be like a bitch about it, that doesn't make sense because he's produced other albums. But he is someone who does work on K-pop albums. So I will say he does make good music for the most part. Whatever it is he does as a producer, I don't really fucking know what that means, but I guess good for him. Represent. I do think it's crazy that this is the award they gave Golden, but this makes me wonder because had the film, I think, came out a little bit earlier than it did and the phenomenon had happened a little bit earlier, I wonder if the nominations, between the time the nominations came out and the voting, would have been different. Because I think we were all expecting it to win one of the big awards, and we'll talk about that again later when we go through those. But I thought this was going to be the award they were also going to give to Sinners and then give one of the big ones. Like, at least one of the bigger, like, not even like the big ones, but at least one of the other ones. Because it would have made more sense to do it on the telecast. Because of the phenomenon that it was. I just don't know. I guess it depends when, because I guess we don't realize, like, voting cutoff happens earlier than we expect it. And between when cutoff happened to now, I guess really, like, I wonder if the voting people were like, maybe we should have picked this instead of that. What do you think?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right? Because there was a Dumois thing that said that, didn't we say that they had assumed they should have picked a different act? Everyone thought it was about Rosé, but I think it actually might have been about Golden as opposed to ABT, because it was winning the movie awards and things like that. And I think the only award it did, I mean, it still won a Grammy. Thank God. But the only award that it hadn't won this award season in terms of song/animated film was the BAFTA, and that's the British Institution Film Award. I think Sinners won some of the awards that they were nominated for in the state. Would have been. And the reason for that is because technically to qualify for this award, you have to have been in theaters for a certain amount of time. And while they qualify here, because they did do a couple of screenings, it wasn't enough in the UK to qualify, which is whatever. Let's do Best Pop Duo and Group Performance. This one was something else. I think this was the one that I was kind of surprised that I know that they switch out Best Solo and Best Group every year. I think they should have kept it and this one been on air, even though the winners wouldn't have been there, because it's kind of insane to me that like this was like the one everyone was like, I don't fucking know what's gonna win. So the nominees were Defying Gravity, Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande, Golden from K-pop Demon Hunters, Huntrix, EJ, Audrey, Ree, I'm not gonna read the full names, Gabriella, Cat's Eye, APT, Rosé, Bruno Mars, 30 for 30, SZA featuring Kendrick Lamar, and the winner, by shocking announcement, Defying Gravity, Ariana Grande, and Cynthia Erivo. I think when we had done our original episode, I said that this was like, did I say, I think I thought this was going to split the vote. Or no, I said, I can't remember what I said was going to split the vote.
You said it would blow your mind.
Oh yeah, I did say it would blow my mind.
Yeah.
You know what I just said? I said it was either going to go to Golden or 30 for 30, or those were going to split the votes and it would have gone to Gabriella. I think APT was like my fourth choice. If only because the other two kind of made more sense to me because Kendrick Lamar was kind of winning it the entire night as well. And I wouldn't have been surprised if they would have given it to SZA just because Kendrick Lamar was on it. Like, I haven't heard the song yet, but like it would have made sense to me considering like the patterns of people who were winning. And Golden was Golden. I really thought this was going to be the one that maybe Golden took. And if not Best New Artist, I could have seen the split and just... I think if Gabriella would have won, it would have been a big thing because I don't think a girl group has won a Grammy like ever. And this could have been a good like, we did it type thing.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm kind of sad Cats I didn't win this one. It should have been them.
Yeah?
Especially because they picked Gabriella. Like, I would have got it if it was Gnarly that was nominated. I would have been like, yeah, no.
It's interesting because Gabriella's a really good song. And we're going to talk about the performance on the Grammys itself.
Yeah.
But like, we'll get to that. But like, APT to me is not... So I have since still not heard it fully. Despite the fact, I'm going to listen to it tonight. I haven't. But to me, it's not one of Bruno Mars' strongest songs. Like, Die With A Smile was a strong contender last year and was not surprising. Am I a little shocked that he went home with nothing? Kind of. But also, it just wasn't his strongest song. And unfortunately, I can't say anything about Rosé because it's like the focus wasn't on her. It was on her because she would have been the first K-pop artist. But let's be real, we were all looking at this song because of Bruno. And this really was probably one of his weakest, in my opinion. Defying Gravity was surprising, but it kind of says to me that whenever they nominate Ariana with something and it's a featured, they more than likely will give it to her to be able to say that they gave her an award. Because technically, I think her album was eligible for nominations. They didn't nominate her. The last time she had been nominated was also for this category, and it was with Lady Gaga, and she won. And I'm not going to be surprised if she comes out with nothing next year, if she doesn't feature on a song next year, right? Or this between the next, not next year, but like between now when the submissions are, the eligibility period for this next award ceremony for 2027, if she doesn't do a collaboration with someone that's not on her album, because she did for this last album, she did do a remake of The Boy Is Mine with I think it was Monica and Brandy, right? That didn't even get submitted. I don't know if that would have been eligible, but if she doesn't, the next time she's getting nominated and winning, if this pattern continues, it's going to be in 2028. If only because next year it was already announced. And I don't know if tickets went on sale yet, but she is going to be doing Sunday in the Park with George with Jonathan Bailey in the West End. And that there's no way that doesn't get nominated for Best Musical Theater Album because they have to record it. There's no way they can do this show and not record it. And it is going to get nominated. And she, depending on because I don't know what's coming out in the theater world next year. I kind of know more for this year than next year. Because I will say this, next year, 2027, Paddington's going to win Best Musical Theater Album. That has to. But 2028, it's going to be Sunday in the Park with George. It's just one of those things where you just, that whole idea of that powerhouse, it's like not surprising. So it just feels like they only throw her a bone when she's a feature. And that's not right. And it sucks. But there's not much we can say on that. But it was shocking that Defying Gravity was the winner. I think that was last on everyone's list. I mean, were you surprised?
Yeah.
Do you want to say more than just yeah?
I mean, you kind of hit the nail in the coffin. I don't know what else to say.
I don't know. You just keep saying yeah. All right. I don't want to go through the big three right off the bat because I want to save those for last. So let's do Best Musical Theater Album. Now that we did talk about theater. The nominees were Buena Vista Social Club, Death Becomes Her, Gypsy, Just in Time, Maybe Happy Ending, and the winner, Buena Vista Social Club. Woo! I think, so I listened back to our episode, and I did say that I thought it was either going to be Maybe Happy Ending or Buena Vista Social Club. My money was more on Maybe Happy Ending, because a lot of times, if a Western album isn't mixed in, or... Because the eligibility period is really weird when it comes to the musical theater album because Gypsy was, I think all these were this past season, but there have been times where a show that might have been eligible for nominations for the Tonys last June doesn't release their soundtrack till after and then becomes eligible for the next Grammy period with the musicals that aren't eligible for the Tonys until the June after that one. Do you know what I mean?
That was very confusing.
Okay, so... For example, let's say, and this is not the correct timeline, but I'm just going to use these musicals to kind of, let's say last May 2025, Back to the Future opens and gets nominated for not May, sorry. I'm trying to do this right in terms of the correct eligibility period. So the eligibility period for the Tonys generally always ends in March. Sorry, March. Because the nominations come out in April and then the award ceremony is in June. So let's say last March, 2025, just randomly, we're going to say Back to the Future opens and then gets nominated, right? But they don't release their soundtrack until July after the Tonys. At the same time, in July, maybe Happy Ending opens. And then they release their album. And they're, Back to the Future was eligible for 2025 Tonys. Maybe Happy Ending opens in July. They're eligible for the 2026 Tonys. And then they release their soundtrack in September. So they become eligible for the 2026 Grammys along with Back to the Future because they're in that same eligibility period. So that can happen. Where a show from last season and the current season can both be eligible because of the eligibility period for the nominations for the Tonys. It's very different. We kind of, the eligibility period kind of ends always in April, and we start, I think, after the Tonys. I believe eligibility opens after the Tonys, or like after the nominations if a show opens early. It's really weird. I have to look this up, but that's what I mean. You thought this was gonna win.
Yes.
You did. Congrats.
Yay.
For me, this was hard.
Oh.
I know the songs from Gypsy because it's Gypsy. Death Becomes Her, I kind of was like maybe third. Just in Time's also a big one, but I think because sometimes it usually is the winner, and I'd heard nothing but praise about maybe Happy Ending. But I guess it's not surprising that Buena Vista Club won. I did see it, and it does have fantastic music. So I guess not surprising to many, not even to me, because I always thought it was like there was a chance. So we didn't do this one last time, but I want to get to it now before we do one of the other ones. So Best Traditional Pop Vocal Album. So the nominations were A Matter of Time, Leife, Winter Songs, Lila
Yali.
Lila? Is that how you spell Lila?
No, but it's one way to spell it.
Oh, okay. The Gift of Love, Jennifer Hudson. Who Believes in Angels, Elton John and Brandi Carlile. Harley Quinn, Lady Gaga. The Secret of Light, Partners Volume 2, Barbra Streisand. Congratulations to Leife. So this is the album that the song, oh my god.
Lover Girl?
It is Lover Girl.
Lover Girl.
I'm like looking it up just in case I'm like, we say that and it's not the title. It is Lover Girl. It's Lover Girl. That was the song that we had picked for our Cinderella episode. Congratulations. This is her. I want to point out she's 2 for 2. Because she was nominated the year before and won, and then won this year. Out of the albums that were nominated, I'm like, I forgot. This is what I mean by like the Harley Quinn album. Didn't realize that was eligible. That's from the Joker 2 movie. Mm-hmm. But that, I think, that's what I said. It came out way after the film had come out. Like, she released it way after. So it fit the eligibility period for this season. And that's kind of become a controversy this Grammy season in terms of how weird the period is. And then, like, what artists can do to kind of drop things. And then, like, get nominated for. And I know some people were talking about like Taylor Swift today because she's releasing a music video for her song from the song that came out months ago. And then they're like, will this be eligible for the next Grammys or the Grammys after? Like if she keeps releasing, because she's been releasing a lot of like singles and stuff from that current album, like Far Apart. And then I know Billie Eilish is like the big one. But congratulations to Leife before we get into that talk. We'll talk more about that later. What do you think?
I'm happy she won.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've heard anything else that was nominated.
I've heard the Harley Quinn one. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's like nothing crazy. Best pop solo performance?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, best solo performance. And the nominees are Daisies, Justin Bieber. Man-Child, Sabrina Carpenter. Disease, Lady Gaga. The Subway, Chappell Roan. Messy, Lola Young. And the winner was Messy by Lola Young. That one was surprising. She was a Best New Artist nominee, so the fact that she did not win that category, but she won this one, congratulations to her. This was a really, like, tough category to have won. I mean, I kind of said I didn't think The Subway was going to get anything. The fact that it was nominated, I was kind of, like, surprised, because it wasn't really a strong Chappell Roan song to me, but whatever. I also forgot Justin Bieber released an album. Did you remember?
No.
As for Man-Child and Disease, so Man-Child's kind of grown on me, and same with Disease, because last time I said it wasn't my favorite Gaga song from that album. It's still not. Those are kind of the two songs where I'm like, I would have picked something else if they could have. Like, we put for our song of the week for me and who, we put Vanish Into You, and someone actually commented and said that they felt that that should have been a single. That song is with already, and I agree because that's a really good song. I feel like that would have been made it more of a tougher category to win had it been that one. What do you think?
I thought Manchild was gonna win. I really, really did.
Really?
Yeah.
It was a good performance. Not to distract, but since we're talking about it at the what is it? The broadcast. It was so.
It was cute.
It makes me want to go see her in concert again. I want to go see. By the way, if you're arguing about PETA being like, how dare she use it? PETA kills animals. So maybe don't use PETA as your strong voice of reason when it comes to animal abuse. You were saying?
I will say that I do not like the original version of Messy.
Which is the original?
It's something that plays everywhere. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like
You like
studio
the
version?
Did you like the slow one she did?
The slow one she did was amazing. Like the second I heard it, I was like, yeah, she's gonna win for it because there's no way. Like she made it sound so good.
I wonder if she'll release that or if that's already like a version that's on there.
Now because that was so much better. It's kind of like when Willow did that song too, where like everyone hated the studio version, but they loved the live version she did. It's like the same thing. Like I loved it so much.
So it's, from what I'm seeing on here, there's only one version of it. Who knows? Maybe she'll release a version of it slow. People do that all the time.
Yeah, hopefully.
Manchild made me want to watching that performance. Like I said, it makes me want to go see her on tour. I did go see her on tour. I did go to Sweet and Short and Sweet tour. I just ended up missing the first hour because I got my ticket halfway through the concert for like really cheap because those tickets were expensive. But I got in and I think Manchild was early on in the show, but I did get like house tour and all these other songs. So I just need to post more of those videos. Well, since we did Lilia, why don't we do Best New Artist? Best New Artist. And the nominees are Olivia Dean, Cat's Eye, The Marias, Addison Rae, Somber, Leon Thomas, our boy Andre, Alex Warren, and Lola Young. And the winner was Olivia Dean. I had heard that song that she had done, kind of didn't realize that was her, so I guess I'm not surprised she won. But a part of me is still a little disappointed it didn't go to Cat's Eye. But this was a strong, like, hearing all the songs. Addison Rae was, like, the one where I was like, okay. The Marias were really good. I mean, Leon Thomas. The other thing is, like, Best New Artist is really confusing of a title. It really should be Breakout Artist. Because the only new artist from this list, I think, really is Cat's Eye. Because, I mean, I can't say... Actually, I can't say that because I can't really speak for a lot of them. But from what I heard, a lot of these artists already have had albums out for a while. As opposed to Cat's Eye where they only had, like...
Well, Leon Thomas is his first album.
Yeah, but he's been in the music business for a while now.
But not as an artist. Only as a producer.
But that still doesn't make sense. Because he's... No, but he has like... Okay, hold on.
I don't think so. He would be the only other exception, I think.
So, my issue with that is that he is... I have to bring this up because if we're talking about as a recording artist, he is named on these.
I see what you mean. Technically, yes.
Yeah, well, you got to.
I would not count it, though.
You wouldn't, but technically, if
By
he's...
that logic, then Becky G, too, because she used to be a Kids Bop kid.
Well, is it if she's named on it?
I don't know if she's named on it. But
Kids Bop kids are always categorized as Kids Bop kids. Mm-hmm. So, and sometimes the kids don't even sing them. They get other people to do it, and then the kids will just perform it. They actually aren't the singers.
That's crazy.
That's why I'm like, you can't really count Becky G, because unless you have proof of her actually recording, technically she could have just been the face for, like, the songs. I'm not even kidding. Also, Kids Bop Kids used to be just a man singing, and kids being the background vocals. Yes. But, again, it's one of those things where I'm like, I wouldn't consider Victoria Justice a Best New Artist. Also, is this even his... Hold on, I want to see something. I mean, this is a couple that he's released on. It's kind of one of those things where I'm like, does it, like, how many albums had he had? He's also been releasing albums since 2018. What I'm saying is that it just is a weird title when it doesn't really make sense. Like, what is Best New Artist, like, new in the industry? That's not fair. Well, let's put it...
It's such a weird category.
But this is what I mean. Like, in the sense of, like, okay, Tomorrow by Together, they've never been nominated for a Grammy. They technically could submit for this, couldn't they?
I guess, technically.
But that makes no sense because they've been...
Wouldn't make sense.
Because they've been artists for 7 years. But, like, they're the prime example because Blackpink, submitted for this award how many times? I know they didn't get in, but, like, think about the logic there. Like, I think after you've been an artist, like, it really should be best breakout artist. That would make more sense to me than best new artist. Because the only one who fits that category, and I'm not saying Liam Tomlinson deserves a nomination, he did. It's just for me, it's just the way that it's titled is really weird. And this was like the conversation everyone's having online. But, it's whatever. Ready? Best pop vocal album. I should be one of the announcers on these award ceremonies. And the nominees are Swag, Justin Bieber, Man's Best Friend, Sabrina Carpenter, Something Beautiful, Miley Cyrus, Mayhem, Lady Gaga, I've Tried Everything But Therapy Part 2, Teddy Swims. Winner, Mayhem by Lady Gaga. That was a given. Like, if it hadn't been Gaga, it would have been Sabrina Carpenter. I don't think they would have given it to Bieber. Maybe Miley, but also, like, I haven't heard that album, and from what I've heard, it's okay. What do you think?
Yeah. I don't know what else to say.
I mean, yeah. I think Miley left after this award, by the way.
Did she?
Because she was in the same table as Bad Bunny, and then Bad Bunny was by himself at the end. Oh. Like, supposedly she wasn't happy that she lost or something. And apparently one of the people who had worked with Gaga on this album, she had like allegedly a relationship with while he was in a relationship with someone else, and then spread a bunch of lies. So it was like this whole thing. So she probably left because of that. Because I don't think she stood up when Lady Gaga won, which, okay. I mean, I don't really care about the country, but that's something I noticed, which was crazy to me. Oh, she's eligible for nomination again next year, though, for Avatar.
Miley Cyrus?
Yeah. She did the song for, I think so. No. With that, oh no, that was eligible this year. That's what I mean by eligibility period. So she didn't get nominated. I think people were expecting her to also get nominated for the song she did for Avatar for visual media.
I didn't even know she did it.
She did. Apparently she like met James Cameron at the Disney Legend ceremony they did like 2 years ago, because she had gone it the same year as he did, and they like talked, and I guess she kind of like got her way into the film. This is not me talking negative about Miley. It's just things that like I'm mentioning because I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. She was eligible this year and didn't get it, so my bad. Do you want to do song, album, or record first?
Let's do record.
And then song and then album, because that's kind of how they did it on the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, record of the year. DTMF, Bad Bunny. Manchild, Sabrina Carpenter. Anxiety, Doce. Wildflower, Billie Eilish. Abracadabra, Lady Gaga. Lucifer, Kendrick Lamar with SZA.
Luther.
Did I say Lucifer?
Yeah.
I was thinking about Shiny.
Now you're having your Cher moment, too.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. What did she say? Wait.
Revenge us.
All right.
Then she looks for him.
Luther, Kendrick Lamar with SZA. The Subway, Chapel Roan, APT, Rose, and Bruno Mars. Yeah, I didn't catch that she did that, to be honest with you.
I feel bad for her.
Because it happened, and I was like, what is everyone talking about? Because I just didn't catch it.
Oh.
It's okay. She's Cher.
Yeah, it's true. She killed it anyway.
Winner. I almost said, what did she say? Lucifer.
She said Luther
Vandross. Luther Vandross.
No.
Luther, Kendrick Lamar with SZA. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of to be honest, it was always going to be between, I think we said this the first time we watched it. We talked about this. It was always going to be between Kendrick Lamar, Bad Bunny, Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
And then maybe Billie Eilish would have been like the last. I think last place for me would have been, out of like my top 5, like the top 5 contenders, I think would have been Sabrina Carpenter. Or maybe Anxiety. Like, I feel like Sabrina Carpenter, you don't like the song, but it did win a Grammy.
I know. Don't remind me.
But what I'm saying is, in terms of like which 5 would have gotten it, 5th place on that list, you can't say it wouldn't have been between Anxiety and Manchild. It was never going to go to the Subway, and it was never going to go to APT. Am I wrong or am I right?
I guess.
I don't know why I don't like that song.
I just don't.
Okay.
It was cool when it was not supposed to be mainstream.
Oh, you're one of those.
It's true, though.
Whatever.
It's supposed to be one of her demos or whatever.
Oh, my God. Lily's one of those.
And it's like, okay, let's make it an actual song. No! It was cool because it wasn't an actual song. There's no reason for it to be an actual song.
Okay. Song of the year. And the nominees were Abracadabra, Lady Gaga. Anxiety, Doce. APT, Rose Bruno Mars, DTMF, Bad Bunny, Golden from K-pop Demon Huntrix, Luther, Kendrick Lamar with SZA, Manchild, Sabrina Carpenter, Wild Child, Billie Eilish. Winner, Wildflower by Billie Eilish. I have no idea what the fuck was going on with the controversy with the song.
I was surprised.
I was surprised this one won.
Yeah.
I'm surprised she got anything.
I didn't think she was going to win.
She's been consistently winning almost every year. She took Bruno Mars straight.
She didn't win last year, though.
Did she not?
She didn't win a single Grammy last year.
What was nominated last year?
The album that song was in.
That's kind of crazy because had she dropped it as a single last year, maybe she would have won. I don't remember what one song of the year last year.
Oh, it was Kendrick. Again?
Kendrick's stealing Bruno's streak. Come on, Kendrick. Actually, don't do it next year because I need BTS to win at like one place. Please. Please. This one, I mean, yeah, it is kind of weird. Do you think they gave it to her because they didn't give it to her last year? This is what I mean by eligibility period is really weird because that means as an artist, anyone can release a song from an album they've done as a single and it's eligible. BTS should be doing that. I'm kidding.
Re-release Black Swan.
As a single.
Re-release On without Sia.
Dope. That's my favorite.
Re-release Dope.
Re-release Dope. 10th out of, well, how many years has it been since that album? Not 10 years.
It might be.
Then release it. Release the tapes. No, but okay, but that's the truth though. It is weird.
11 years. Sorry. It's 11 years.
No, it's not.
We'll be 11 this year.
What came out in 2016? We gotta do something for a 10th anniversary type thing if we're gonna release a single to get eligible. I'm saying this as if we're part of Big Hit. Conspiracy theory. We are.
Hybe, Big Hit. Take notes.
No, don't, because then you're gonna get like all the internet being like, see, hi payola. We're gonna talk about that in a second, pertaining a certain nomination that lost 3 times in a row. What came out in 2016?
The Most Beautiful Moment.
Oh, that's right. I forgot
the balloon one.
Oh, that's right. I forgot the word.
Repackaged. So they already repackaged it one.
We could do it a third time. No, because here was the controversy with this one, Billie Eilish, right? So Wildflower wins this year. Mm-hmm. She's releasing a movie documentary about the same album that is eligible now for next year's Grammys when it comes out because they do film. Yeah. So they release musical documentaries are eligible for nominations for the Grammys. It is a nominee. It's like Best Musical Film. So like this year's winner was Music by John Williams. That was a Disney Plus documentary. So Billie Eilish is releasing a documentary about the album and it's eligible for next Grammy season, which again is like, that's 3 seasons in a row that one album is eligible for. That's a bit much. And everyone pointed out today that like Taylor Swift released a music video for an album that came out, 6 months ago? Who's to say she doesn't wait till like after this Grammy eligibility? If she doesn't get nominated much for it, she does it again. And I'm not saying that Taylor Swift won't do it. It's just kind of one of those like, she has a tendency to wait months to release things for albums to kind of space things out. I don't want to say it's her specifically, if it's her like her
team.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Couldn't BTS be not?
Oh yeah. So technically, this one could get the Netflix documentary. Yeah. Because the John Williams one wasn't on any movie theaters or anything. It was just on Disney Plus. It just has to be a music documentary. So technically, and you know how Netflix is. I mean, Netflix really pushed for K-pop to win something. So technically, BTS could get nominated for the documentary.
Fingers crossed.
Technically, any of them could have been. The D-Day one, the D-Day could have been nominated. I don't think Disney Plus ever pushed for it. Netflix will, though, because this is going to be like their next biggest thing, which is so funny. So I kind of didn't want to mention BTS because of what we're going to talk about next. I didn't want to, before we get to like the last category, I did want to talk a little bit about the reaction in terms of APT not winning and Bruno Mars's streak losing. Would you like to start on your opinion on all that?
I don't want to sound mean.
No, it's not sounding mean.
But I was really happy.
I mean, maybe don't say that.
I'm sorry.
Oh, well. It's already out there. I mean, it's not a good... I don't want to call it like a Cocomelon song. It is... Because you know my thing about calling it a Cocomelon song, right? Is because everyone was saying that about Gnarly and Internet Girl. Like, okay, if we compare it to like Cat Size performances, everyone's reaction to Cat Size performances, I thought it was ridiculous. People were getting mad that... We'll go back to that. But what I'm saying is like, we need fun party songs, and that's what that is. It's supposedly like a fun party song.
I'm not mad at that. like, you're right. Put it in the pop section. It should have been in the pop vocal section.
It was in pop duo though. It was like it wasn't.
Yeah, but instead of best song.
Yeah, I will say that it getting record of the year and best song of the year or whatever it was not it for me. I didn't understand that one bit. It just looked out of place out of all the songs that were nominated. And it just kind of says to everyone that like it was only nominated, and I don't want to care what Blink say, it's true, because of Bruno Mars. But then to not give him any of it was kind of crazy to me, because it was like, wow, you kind of like, is this kind of their way of saying you're no longer a favorite? Like, it's just kind of off. Like, what's to say about his album next year? What is the likelihood of it winning now? Because it just seems like maybe they're tired of him. I mean, I don't want to go that far, but like it kind of says something when like look at all the Grammy darlings that were in that category. It was Kendrick, Gaga, and Billie Eilish. All three of them won at least one award that night. Bad Bunny is like the new Grammy darling, I guess. Or he's in the running to be another one.
Maybe. Because he's won other Grammys before.
Who?
This Bad Bunny.
But that's what I'm saying, though. I'm saying, like, if he's won multiple Grammys in the past, I mean, who knows if this could lead to him becoming a Grammy darling from now on, now that he's kind of gotten this momentum. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, like, because he won many awards. Like, when he won, Best Latin Album? What was
Best Urban, Latin Urban Album. And, Best... I forgot. It was 3, though.
He won out of how many?
Oh, best performance, live performance.
So how many were he?
3 out of 6.
Okay. I mean, that says to me something. I don't know. I can't say like right away, but if he's won Grammys before, he's winning them now. He's won like a big one. We're going to get to in a second. I mean, who's to say this doesn't lead to him becoming a Grammy darling in certain categories? It doesn't have to be the big ones. Because Gaga didn't win. Gaga won one big one. Two big ones. She won 2. Oh, no, she won 1 for Mayhem. She didn't win for Abracadabra. Okay, I'm wrong. Sorry. But she at least won 1. Billie Eilish got 1. Kendrick got a good amount. They're all Grammy darlings. And the fact that Bruno, who's been winning at least 1 award nomination-wise 6 years in a row, suddenly goes up empty is kind of crazy to me. I think my issue with this is that the reaction he had and how he was speaking, and this has nothing to do about me being a BTS fan, because I do think it was kind of ridiculous how he was talking about K-pop as if it had never been heard in this country ever before. I mean, as if it was this brand new, shiny new thing, specifically with a song that barely had any Korean in it. At the same time, when a movie called K-pop Demon Hunters was also doing like maybe bigger numbers when really still think about it. I feel like he was talking, I feel like it's getting to a point where he talked too much out, like, big, and it's kind of given off a weird ego trip, and now people are like,
Yeah, the whole thing was weird.
It really was. And I'm not going to speak much about Rosé because so I'll say this. The whole her kind of being too attached to Bruno was kind of weird to me, but like I understood because this is like her big break. This is her big chance to not be Blackpink's Rosé. Right? But then the problem was she was a little too much overdoing it that she suddenly became Bruno Mars's Rosé.
I don't even think it was that she was overdoing it. It's just that he wasn't reciprocating.
But that made
it look worse.
But that's the thing, though. She was overdoing it. It was every chance that she took, she talked about Bruno. She did like an ABC word thing. And for B, instead of saying Blackpink, she said Bruno Mars. And I guess she was promoting, but even before the nominations, even after the nominations, after the awards, it just was a little too much. I agree, it didn't help he wasn't reciprocating. If he had been reciprocating, maybe it wouldn't have been as weird, but it just came off really off. And I understood why she was trying, but like, she should have toned it down a bit. And it's the fact that even on their tour, did you not see what happened on the tour? So there was he had come out one night to do APT, I think, I don't remember where. But then like a couple weeks later, they're in another country, they're doing the concert, and she teases the fans, being like, Bruno's here, and then he wasn't.
Why?
Because I guess a lot of people weren't like, besides APT, weren't really hyping up the songs that she was doing her solo. I don't know. It was like really off. That whole campaign was really off, in my opinion. I know people are going to be like, well, you're a BTS fan. It just was off in general. When you look at it, it just wasn't. And there were moments where, okay, as a BTS fan, I do think it was fun that she was kind of taking some of their achievements and calling them her own. Because now it looks, what was that?
But even then, like, when you look at the other girls and the way they've collabed with the artists, they were never that bad either.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. I've never...
Like, I could give Jenny that for sure. Like, when she did that collab with Doechii.
Or the Weeknd.
Or The Weeknd.
She did a whole TV show with him, and she was never like that once. Lisa did, Lisa did a big one recently. Not recently, but it was like, who did she perform with on the Grammys? I mean, the Oscars?
Doja and the other person, right?
Doja and the other person.
I forgot her name. Raya?
Raya. It was, yeah, Doja Cat. So, Doja Cat was along. Or Rosalia. She's done a song with Future. Megan Thee Stallion. She did a song with Megan Thee Stallion.
She did?
Yeah, it's called Rapunzel.
When was that?
That was for the album Alter Ego. But we didn't once see her do any of this. And that's what made it so weird.
Well, yeah, she was on this song too with Megan.
Yeah.
SG. Damn, that was like 5 years ago.
Jesus. I just was like, APT, I don't know. I feel like this really hurt Bruno. And maybe because I'm riding a high on how right I was about certain winners this season, I wonder if this will affect him next year.
I don't think so.
You don't think he will? You think he's going to win something next year?
He'll win something next year.
You sure?
I think so.
Because he's got there are other high contenders coming out.
He'll still win something, though. I think so. Maybe not the top ones, but they'll still give him some big songs.
Maybe they'll give him a music video.
Yeah, I can see that.
But then again, Taylor Swift released something. They're not gonna... That's the thing, is that they're not gonna... I mean, we'll talk about next year's in a minute. Let's first get through Record of the Year. Hold on.
I mean, to be fair, she didn't get nominated for anything this year.
Because she wasn't eligible for anything this year. Put a pin on it. Let's do the last award before we really get our thoughts in. All right? Which one's the Record of the Year? No, Album of the Year. Album of the Year. You read the first one. I can't.
Debí tirar más fotos. Bad Bunny.
Swag, Justin Bieber. Man's Best Friend, Sabrina Carpenter. Let God Sort 'Em Out, Pusha T and Malice. Mayhem, Lady Gaga. GNX, Kendrick Lamar. Mutt, Leon Thompson. Cornucopia, Tyler the Creator.
Cornucopia.
Fuck you, Tyler the Creator. You remember what happened when that word... So, if you listen to our first episode when we talked about the nominations, I couldn't fucking say that word because it threw me off. And as soon as I said, fuck you, Tyler. As we were watching the award ceremony and this was coming out, I texted Lily and I was like, I hope Tyler loses because I couldn't say that fuck ass name. And then he lost. And I cheered. I was so happy.
Now I'm real sad.
All right. I don't know what you want me to do about that. If it hadn't gone to Benito, it would have gone to Gaga or Kendrick. It was never going to go to Sabrina Carpenter or Justin. Leon Thompson already gotten something.
Should have gone to Clips, if not Bad Bunny.
To what?
Is a Pusha T and Malice, wherever it is, this one.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it should have gone to, if not Bad Bunny.
I think they would have given it to Gaga. You want to talk Bruno? She's a drag me darling. How many times has she won in the past few years?
Yeah, I guess.
Even for some of her worst albums, she wins awards. I mean, that was noticeable. I mean, they were never not going to give him a top award.
No, he had to win.
He had to win something.
Yeah.
It's a good album.
It's a great album. I'm so happy.
Yeah, I'm not against it.
Celebrated.
I really don't care much to talk about the performances. Sabrina was great. Best New Artist was weird. I didn't like that they did like a whole...
The montage?
Yeah, because I said that to you and you were surprised. I was like, they're doing a montage. It was weird.
I wish Cat's Eye would have done Gabriella.
But the problem with doing Gabriella in such a short time is that you wouldn't have gotten the full effect of it. And the way that performances were structured, there was no way to transition into
Addison Rae
to them with Gabriella. It would have been so off.
I think it could have been doable if they tried.
It was like I didn't understand the hate towards Gnarly when everyone seemed to like it. I see so many people hating on it. I don't get it.
No one liked it at the beginning, though. They only liked it because the performance was good. People only like the performance.
But that's the thing. So why are you getting mad? The performance for Best New Artist, that whole montage was just showing off how good performers they were. It was never about them singing. It didn't matter.
No.
I feel like everyone's taking it too close to heart and saying, like, oh, this is it. They're done for. Being like, oh, to perform Gnarly in front of Kendrick Lamar. I don't think Kendrick Lamar gave a shit that they performed Gnarly. Most of the people seem to be really entertained, I will say. They were never going to perform. It was either going to be Gabriella, Gnarly. They were not going to do Internet Girl because that's too new. They were never going to do any other older stuff like everyone thought because no one had known any of those songs. It was going to be between the two. And in all honesty, I know everyone was like, oh, it has to be Gabriella because that's nominated. Gnarly's known more.
Yeah.
And everyone being like, oh, they have such Cocomelon songs. They've released 2 songs like that. It's just been Gnarly and Internet Girl. Why are we acting like there's a whole discography?
Because it was back to back.
So what?
I feel like that's really... Had it not been back to back...
But Gnarly, I think, is on Beautiful Chaos, if I'm not mistaken. Right?
But they were both singles, weren't they?
Gabriella was a single.
That's true.
They haven't had a proper debut album. It's just been like mini albums.
They need an album ASAP.
I mean, Gnarly, Internet Girl, and it's probably the start of it.
Jeff for the Records. Hurry up.
Seriously. I mean, by the end of the year, they're going to have one.
I hope
At this point, there's no way. They just got nominated they just been nominated for 2 Grammys. Mm-hmm. They released the album. It's going to have like a sticker when BTS got nominated. It's going to say Grammy nominees, Best New Artist, Song of the Year. And it's going to have Gabrielle on it. Mm-hmm. Predictions for next year. I think this is the year that BTS gets something. There's no way. I feel like we've had these conversations before. We haven't listened to the album yet because it hasn't come out, right? So once we listen to it, maybe we'll have more of an idea. But they, at the very least, are going to get group duo.
I don't know.
What do you think?
I feel like it would be... Okay, that would have to be like a last resort nomination because I feel like they're too big for that at this point.
But they've been nominated for that all the time. And let's put it this way. Next year, they're going to be against what? Taylor Swift. That album is going to get nominated. You want to talk about a Grammy darling? She's getting nominated and she's winning something. It is. It would be shocking to me if that album didn't get nominated. What are you looking at?
Well, let's see who's releasing this year.
Bruno.
Only that man.
I want to see what happens with him because now that he's lost something, I'm like, will he be nominated for something? Or is that kind of like a break for him now? Right?
Oh, A$AP Rocky is also releasing an album. He'll probably win for rap.
Who else? Someone said Beyonce might be releasing something.
Charlie's releasing a film album.
Wuthering Heights. I could see that going more for visual media.
You too.
What, me too?
No, the group You Too. They're working on their first new material in 9 years. Ugh.
Oh, the Gorillaz are releasing something.
They should release something with BTS.
Meghan Trainor.
Who?
Meghan Trainor.
I don't like her.
But that doesn't mean she doesn't get out. Oh, Harry Styles. He's coming out with something in like a few weeks. Charli XCX. I'm not gonna give anything to Kanye. Mumford & Son is coming out. Blackpink.
You hear the crickets? It's coming from Peter.
You're gonna get us killed.
I'm sorry. You said to be vocal, and here I am being vocal.
I know. I didn't mean like that, though.
Drake, but they're not gonna give him a Grammy.
They gave Drake something. That would be insane. Zayn is releasing something, but they're not gonna give Zayn anything. They don't. They basically blacklisted him. The last time he tried...
Why? What did he do?
He's been very outspoken against it since he didn't get it last time, I think.
I like Zayn, though.
Yeah.
The One Directions. He's the One Direction I'd go to.
Yeah, but Harry Styles is their darling.
No, I can't be mad. I like some of the Harry Styles songs.
You know, it's too early for us to figure this out because nothing has really released. But out of what's already been announced, I'm not bitter against Bruno. It's just that I feel like we heard that song and it just did nothing for me.
Apata?
No.
A new one.
The new one.
It's cute, but it's such a Valentine's Day song that's all it'll ever be.
I just, unless this album is like something, but then again, I'm not going to be the right person to talk to because I really don't care much for his music. So I'm just like,
I'll let you know.
But if he gets nominated, like, is it going to be another year of him getting nominated for best album, best song, best record, and then he gets nothing again? Because I feel like there are other contenders that are coming out that might be higher.
BTS has to win best album for sure. He might win. Bruno Mars might win best music video. But you said Taylor Swift might is in it too, so who knows?
That's what I think. I feel like, and I know you're like, he's going to get something. I think this might be another year where he doesn't get anything.
I don't know.
I might not know much about music, but I don't know. The contenders coming out for this next year, I think, have proven to be stronger than he is. Harry Styles is going to get nominated for something. Harry Styles might win Best Pop Solo Album. I could be wrong in that, but I also don't know what else is coming out. BTS is getting something. This is the year the BTS gets something because the album is too big to ignore. It's just impossible for them to ignore it, right?
I'm excited for the concert.
I am too.
I mean, that one too, but I'm talking about the Korea one.
But this is what I'm saying, that like,
concert.
They're not just going to give them the film award because again, it's just going to look bad. And the voters are going to decide. The voters are going to pay more attention this year to them because it seems like for the first time. But I'm saying that Hype is actually putting effort into promote. I'm not saying they did it the last 3 times they were nominated, but considering it was just from one specific song, I feel like this time around, it's kind of one of those moments where it's like, now they're really, you're going to see those boys at these luncheons and stuff.
And they're working with the super, well, that's another thing. So I think for this performance, I mean, I don't know eligibility, but aren't they also technically now allowed to be nominated for live performance? Because of like, I mean, they're working with the director of the halftime shows.
Possibly.
For this concert.
But do they get that award or does the director get that award? Who gets the award?
I think both. Because when Bad Bunny won it, they were saying it was Bad Bunny who won it.
Okay.
Because he's the performer, you know?
I guess so. But we also don't want them just to win that.
No, we don't.
So.
But it does open an option.
It does. Mm-hmm. But I don't want it to be just, we opened an option. Because I can say the same thing about best album cover.
So packaging.
Fucking stupid.
Album packaging.
Fucking stupid. Oh my god. No, but I see them, if not getting any of the big ones, they are going to get at the very least. I'm going to say this right now. They're kind of, in my opinion, locked for group and duo. I don't think at this point it matters who else gets nominated. I think more likely they're going to get that.
I hope so, but at the same time, I hope it's more.
I hope it's more, but at the very least, we need to hope for at least one. And that is the biggest contender. I have a feeling that they will finally give them group and duo. And I also want to point out next year is the year that duo and group actually have to be aired in the ceremony.
Wait, why have to?
Because this year was solo. They switch it every year.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's what everyone mentioned. Because the year that BTS was nominated and Rain On Me won, it was televised. It wasn't televised because that year they did solo on air.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I don't think Charlie XCX is going to get nominated for Wuthering Heights. That movie is not getting a lot of good reception, and it's just a weird movie for her to be doing an album for.
But then isn't she also releasing a new
She's doing a documentary.
A mockumentary about basically her.
Yeah.
She scares me a bit.
Why?
I don't know. Her Grammy performance with the underwear scared me.
I don't remember it.
Yeah. She was like, "This is how we party in the I forgot what she said. She was like, "This is how we party in the UK or whatever." And then everyone started throwing underwear and I got scared.
So yeah, I at least will say we're gonna lock BTS for pop duo and group.
Woo!
I'm gonna also lock in for myself that Bruno isn't gonna get anything.
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I mean, I hope BTS gets Song of the Year.
Yeah, me too. Album of the Year.
I don't want to fight with them getting album or record because they're going to be up against like Taylor Swift.
Don't remind me.
And Harry Styles. And at least getting Song of the Year would be something. If they got album, I would be so happy. But baby steps.
We have to keep our streak with Album of the Year. First Bad Bunny, next BTS.
Okay, well then let's give it to BTS. We'll lock it in for... So we'll lock in for 2. We'll lock in for Best Pop Duo and Group, and we'll lock in for Album. You know what that means though, right? You and I have to keep track of like some of the albums and stuff coming out.
I got you.
We should do an episode of who we think is going to get nominated before the nominations come out.
Okay.
So we're not doing a song... I mean, do we do a song of the week? It's already an hour long.
We could.
All right. Lilia gets the pick.
Yay.
This week's song of the week. The song of the week. Oh my god, just fucking say it. I don't even take this long.
It just sounds funnier the more I say it.
So Easy to Fall in Love by Olivia Dean. That took you 5 minutes. I'm literally laying down. I'm not even near the mic anymore. Can you hear me?
Chewing now.
No? See, that's what I mean. You can't even hear me. All right. Well, this was supposed to be a bonus episode. We're an hour in.
It's okay.
So much for bonus.
We'll reschedule right now.
Yep. All right. Well, I guess we'll see you. This will come out in like 2 weeks. All right. See you guys in the next one. Bye. All right, guys, that's it for this entry. Make sure to follow us on all of our social media accounts. On Twitter, you can find us at FG Diaries Pod. On Tumblr, TikTok, and Instagram, you'll find us at FG Diaries Podcast. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and hope you all have a wonderful fangirly day.